Contentment and satisfaction are the opposite of suffering. When we are fully content, we feel fully fulfilled. And when we are in that state, there is no longing, no craving. There is no trying to find meaning in life or wondering about our purpose. There is only peace and clarity. And that is the state we're all trying to reach, that lasting happiness. A lot of people think that the answer to contentment is getting that next promotion, that big raise, that new car, that house we've been wanting. But we all know people who have everything we could ever want and are completely miserable. Contentment does not lie in possessions, because as soon as that new car smell wears off, so does the happiness. So does that feeling of dopamine, that rush of dopamine, that pleasure drug chemical in our brain from when we win a game of cards to buying a new large purchase. It is temporary and always comes with suffering later on. Fear of losing that thing, or just chasing after that hit like a heroin addict, just chasing that dragon. A lot of people will say we need to practice gratitude and keep a gratitude journal and write down the things we're grateful for. And while that does help, gratitude is actually a symptom of contentment. It is not the source of contentment. When we get to the source, when we feel the bliss of pure being, of just the joy of being alive, we feel grateful for everything and everyone around us. It comes naturally. So how do we experience this bliss? There's a few ways. And what we first need to do is connect with ourselves on a deep level and communicate with every cell in our body that contentment is not something external, that we cannot find it from accumulating possessions. We'll never find it from a drug or any pleasurable activity. Those only condition the mind to believe that the right circumstances will give us contentment, that some external situation, some food or drug or person's love will give us the contentment we're looking for. So we actually need to do the complete opposite of that. Instead of perfecting our situation, we need to perfect our inner situation. And the way we do that is by doing the things that nourish us from the inside. And the way we do that is we have to look to nature, look to our own human nature, and notice the things that we evolved to do. Because what we evolved to do are the things that make us truly happy. Like an animal running free in the wild, fully present, without a care in the world, except maybe for humans and bears. But those things are a walk through nature, spending some time appreciating the beauty that is nature and connecting with that life force energy that surrounds us when we're in nature, that peaceful, loving, nurturing, sustaining energy. It's the only reason we're here, is this loving, energy from nature that provides us the fruits that we eat and the air that we breathe. And if nature is too far, it can be a plant in the house, and just communing, meditating with the plant, and just appreciating the beauty and the intricacy that is in every cell of the plant. And you can see the beauty of it from a distance, and you can get as close to the leaf and see the veins and just the mesmerizing patterns all around it. We evolved to be surrounded by nature 24/7. So often we forget that we are animals and that we have these animalistic needs. And this is one of the most important ones that is not being met, that we are living in sterile environments. So very simply, as much as you can, as much as is available to you, swim in lakes and rivers, walk barefoot in the grass and the sand, lay in the grass at a park, and try to recreate that environment that we evolved to thrive in. Every day, once a week, whatever's available to you. The more time we spend in nature, the more time we spend looking at the beauty of nature around us, the more blessed we will feel, the more gratitude and contentment will naturally flow from us. The second thing that's very important to feel that contentment in life is creating as many of those moments of awe and wonder as we can in our lives. It can be spending a few minutes to watch the sunset every night or the sunrise in the morning. It can be going to an art museum or playing classical music or any kind of art and music that you love, and just allowing yourself to reconnect with that which inspires the awe and wonder and beauty and majesty of life. The more chances we give ourselves to see the beauty and wonder in this world, the more gratitude and feeling of bliss naturally washes over us. In addition to art and music and allowing ourselves to just appreciate the beauty in a slower pace, is to appreciate the little things and find the beauty that is everywhere around you, because it is everywhere around you. The way light reflects off your glass, the way the sound of water maybe dripping out of a leaky faucet can even be beautiful. And if you are not feeling that there is beauty all around you, it is so vital to look deeper, because contentment is literally found all around us if we just pay attention. And the third thing that I'll say that is essential is to really remember that, and how I said earlier, that consuming leads to discontent, because there's never enough stuff. There's never the perfect moment that lasts forever. And so one way to break out of that consumeristic mindset is to go from consumer to creator. When we consume, there is always more. There is always something else we want that makes us not content and not satisfied. We want a prettier partner or a better paying job. And all of this is stemming from that comparative mindset. You know, something about the present moment not being good enough. And it is really that consumer mindset. That is the materialistic chase that we're all on most of our lives. And so it's vitally important to spend some time every day if possible, but whatever works for you, to go from consumer to creator, which means to beat a drum, strum a guitar, draw some pictures, paint, sculpt, make art projects with your kids, make decorations for your home, whatever it is, whatever you're drawn to, knitting and sewing and anything at all. Get creative. It is such nourishment for the soul. And that consumption, even if we're billionaires, is emptiness inside. And there is no destination to that chasing game. And the act of pure creation, even if you are the worst artist or musician on earth, it's not about any finished product. It's simply about losing yourself in the present moment, which is really the ultimate finding yourself, because that is where everything happens, in this moment, in the here and now. When you are fully absorbed in the present moment, there is no longing for contentment, longing for meaning or purpose. There is only satisfaction, fulfillment, and contentment. And art is one of the most meditative practices there is. It can even be singing in the shower, or singing while cooking, or taking an improv class, or acting in local theater. All of these things are so enriching because they force you into the present moment with your full attention. And it is an incredibly powerful practice for creating that contentment with life, with whatever is. It is medicine for the soul. We all have an inner artist inside of us, and it is just waiting to come out. So let it out. And speaking of meditative practices like art, or even exercise and swimming and running, these are all incredibly meditative practices that allow you to be in the moment, alone with your thoughts, and just put aside all the distractions, all the longings and cravings, and just be. Meditation is also an incredible tool for gaining that contentment, because it's literally the practice of making peace with nothing. And then anything else in our lives becomes just icing on the cake. We don't need it. We're not craving it. We're not longing for it after it's gone. We're not resisting what we find negative. We're just allowing whatever is to be. And by making peace with the nothingness in meditation, we bring that contentment to every single activity and every moment in our lives. When we live from pleasure to pleasure, and we don't take a moment to meditate, then as soon as the pleasure is over, we feel longing for it, we crave it, and even while we're enjoying the thing, we may fear that it's going to end soon. And so when we meditate, only appreciation for whatever happens in our life exists, because we are already at peace with the nothing. And the final thing we can do to feel that constant contentment, which is really what we all want, really goes to food for the soul, and that is food for the body also, which is fresh fruits and vegetables. I know it sounds silly, but drinking plenty of water, eating plenty of fruits and vegetables makes us feel amazing. And when we don't feel good, what do we want to do? We want to eat ice cream and pizza and feel even worse. We want to drink alcohol or take drugs to make that pain go away. And so if we really want to feel total mind, body, soul contentment, we have to feed our body what it's craving. And we have to look to nature again and how we evolved, which means seeds and nuts, fruits and vegetables. And we will feel amazing. And it won't be that moment of pleasure from chocolate cake amazing. It'll be lasting, permanent, real energy and awesomeness. And that's what we're all looking for. So tap into that inner monkey of yours. Allow yourself the time to sit and reflect. Be awed and amazed by the beauty in life and all around you. And from that, gratitude will flow like the mighty Mississippi. And you will realize deep down that everything you need in life, you already have. And there is no need for longing, craving, desire, or even resisting anything in life, because everything is perfect just as it is.